Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. I want to welcome you to another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we have the privilege of speaking with brand leaders about what they are seeing and hearing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Courtney Boone. She is the Digital Marketing Manager at Pizza Ranch. Courtney, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. How are you?
Very good. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We like to start these on a more personal note to get to know a little bit more about you and your position in Pizza Ranch, and maybe a little bit about your background as well. How'd you get into customer loyalty?
Yeah, so my name is Courtney Boone. My current title is Digital Marketing Manager here at Pizza Ranch, but I actually started as the Loyalty Marketing Manager back in 2011 when they were ready to launch a loyalty program. So I've been here since the beginning, have about 20 years of experience in marketing here in my corner of the state, but was excited to be able to work for Pizza Ranch. Kind of the fun part about it is that I grew up in the hometown of Pizza Ranch. We have the same hometown. They opened shortly before I was born. So it's always been a part of my life. And so it's exciting to be working for a brand that I've been loyal to my whole life.
That's great. A fun fact about yourself. Do you have 20 kids? Do you like to scuba dive? Do you like to rollerblade? What's kind of a passion you have outside of work?
I spend most of my time going to all of my kids' sporting events. So wide range of sporting events. I'm an expert on what kind of lawn chair and bleacher chair is the best to view all of those sporting events at.
That's good. I prefer to pace, but the chairs are nice as well.
Yeah.
For those who may not know, can you tell us a little bit more about Pizza Ranch, its history? I think you started to talk about that a little bit more about the company. That'd be great to know.
Yeah. So Pizza Ranch began in small town Iowa, in Hull, Iowa in 1981. Now it's grown to be one of the largest pizza chains in the Midwest. We have over 210 locations in 14 states. We offer a unique mix of food. We have pizza, we have chicken, a buffet concept with full salad bar and dessert. But we also have a real focus on community engagement. A lot of times we kind of become the hub of the town's social scene, and we're heavily involved in local schools and organizations. But we've grown over our past 40 years, still have headquarters here in Orange City in small town Iowa, and but serve lots of different markets now.
Okay. When you look at customer loyalty, we love to understand how people are defining customer loyalty, what it means to you and to your organization. What does customer loyalty mean to you and your organization?
Yeah, so Pizza Ranch's mission is to give every guest a legendary experience. And we figure that if we complete that mission, they become loyal to us. We really enjoy getting to know our guests. We know a lot of their names. We know their favorite buffet your way request. This is where we allow people to request whatever kind of pizza they want to see on the buffet and get the first slice. And we really like seeing families and teams and businesses come back in week after week to enjoy our craveable food. But also they come in for that community feeling that they get in our restaurants, seeing familiar faces. Our loyal guests really supported us through the pandemic. We like to be in contact with them. That's how we build loyalty as well. And that really helped us in the past couple of years. And we're just grateful for that chance to continue to serve our communities.
Okay. And I think you mentioned you have a FunZone arcade concept as well. And I think you're in the process of launching a rewards program for that organization, that entity as well. How does that relate to the Ranch Rewards program? Is there any integration? What's a symbiotic relationship between the two, if any?
Right. So the FunZone arcade is actually running its own loyalty rewards program.
Okay.
But we've kind of taken what we've learned from our guests through our restaurant loyalty program and use that to build a program that we know our guests will love. The FunZone works a little differently, where that card needs to be able to load value. It's also what you use to play the actual games and earn points to redeem for prizes. We have a lot more features there where people can have multiple cards under one account if mom wants to kind of control everybody's FunZone account. And there's lots of other exclusive promotional offers because of the gameplay. So we've used what we learned, but we are running it as a separate program, trying to keep it simple between not confusing our restaurant guests with what they're earning. And because there are a lot of other things that those FunZone cards are used for besides just tracking loyalty and visits.
Okay, great. When you look at personalization, nothing is personal as pizza and pizza toppings, what your favorites may be. What opportunity do you see for personalization with your customer experience, your customer loyalty program, and how does technology play a piece in that?
Yeah, so we're always looking for ways to personalize the guest experience, especially through like our buffet your way concept, where you can pick exactly what pizza toppings you want on your pizza on the buffet, and for out the door, getting exactly what you want. We also find it important to personalize our communication as much as we can with our guests, whether it's through our email system or push-pull messages through our app. A lot of times we're using technology to decide who to send to make sure we're sending to people who are likely to open, or maybe targeting guests who are unlikely to visit in the next 7 days. One of the projects we've kind of done recently is customizing many more sections of our website to display your favorite locations, hours, and promotions right on the homepage, not making you search for what you might be looking for, like how to get to our restaurant or how to order from your favorite location. We think that just presenting the right information that the guest is looking for, no matter where they're looking and no matter where they live, that they're getting that right in front of them. In the next year, we're also going to be heavily segmenting the messages and home screen of our app so that everyone won't be getting the same messages and the same experience, but it'll be personalized based on their loyalty status and their local location and what promotions are going on.
Okay.
We really continue to target rewards that encourage guests to try new segments or add additional items to their order, using in-email polling to kind of ask guests, what do you want to hear about? What can we tell you about? And what some of their preferences are.
Okay. Excellent. When you look at your customers, there was a great deal of a conversation at our recent Loyalty Expo around how customers are changing and how, as they continue to evolve, how do you continue to engage them, right? The pandemic brought a lot of changes, especially for restaurants, touchless delivery, potentially, right? Changes in the app, buy in store, pick up online, or buy online, pick up in store, get that right. How do you feel your customers are changing with Pizza Ranch and maybe in the industry in general?
So I think one of the general things is that customers are now expecting restaurants to give them the information they're looking for wherever they're looking. So we used to, post it in a place and make customers go search for it. And now they want to see it wherever they are. So one of the examples is that people might not want to click through to your website. They want to make sure that a Google search presents them with the exact information they were searching for without even having to go to your website. So we want to make sure that we structure everything in a way that presents them that information where they're already looking. We find that the Gen X, maybe younger millennials, are kind of counting at home as an experience. We need to make sure that we're meeting their desire to order and pick up and eat at home without ever talking to a team member, but still trying to have that personal touch with our members who do want to see that friendly smile and personalized greeting and things at our restaurants. We're finding that guests 36 to 55 have higher spend than their share of visits. We think families are more pressed for time. We can fill a need for full meal replacements, whether that's at home or that's them still wanting to sit around a table together and enjoy dinner in a short amount of time by having buffet available and food ready to go and no waiting for that demographic. And then for guests over 56, they really have a higher visit percentage than they have spend. They're coming in, but not spending as much. I think the industry has seen a delay in the return of older guests to our dining rooms after the pandemic, but we do continue to offer a great place for seniors to gather, have a wide variety of food that they don't have to cook at home, and a chance to dine with friends or family. So we're still offering that space, but making sure that we kind of are filling all of those different places that people want to eat and how long they want to spend having that meal.
Okay.
I think there's a real opportunity with the younger millennials, and part of the FunZone is really attracting in those younger families and kids, and making kids are making the decisions on where they want to go for dinner, and the FunZone Arcade is helping to drive them in there.
Okay, great. And last question, what can Loyalty360 do to help you and your team with your customer loyalty journey?
I think that we all have a lot to learn from different concepts and different industries. We really find it valuable to see, interviews with a wide spectrum of industries to see how they're serving the changing customers in the ways that they want to be reached and rewarded. We learn a lot from them. We can, see what could work for us, but just knowing the trends and even the future possibilities that might be out there help us kind of stay sharp as professionals and see what we can be offering our guests.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. It was great to get to know you, as well as learning a little bit more about Pizza Ranch and your customer loyalty approach. It sounds like you're doing a good deal with regard to listening to your customers, understanding them, and look forward to hearing more about your story in the coming months.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Make sure you join us back for another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series, and have a nice day.